Okay. The distributive property of multiplication over addition or subtraction states that if you have A times the quantity B plus C, it equals A times B plus A times C. And that just means we have A times B and A plus times C, okay?
Okay.
And I'm going to do one with a number first. If I had 2 times x plus 4, and I'm going to kind of attempt to show you why, okay? This means I have 2 of those.
Right.
Okay? This means I have an x plus 4 and another x plus 4. Okay, just like if I had 2 times 3, it means 3 plus 3. Okay?
Right.
So that means I have a plus. Okay? And if we do our like terms like we had before, we have an x and an x, which makes 2x. And we have a 4 plus a 4, which makes
8.
2 times 4, which makes 8, okay? So it's the same as multiplying 2 times x and 2 times 4 to get that.
Right.
Okay, so that's why the distributive property works the way it does, okay? All right. So, now, with the one we're going to show you here, 5, 3 plus 7, we can find this 2 different ways. 5 and 3 plus 7. The order of operations says that we can do this stuff inside first, right? So that would be 10. And we can multiply by our 5, which will be 50, right? But order of operations says I can take this, which is 15, and I can add it to this, which is 35,
Which is still equal.
which is also 50. And we better get the same answer if we did it. If it's still a legal operation, still a legal thing to do, we should get the same answer.
Right.
Okay. Okay. And so, but with problems like this next one, 4 times 3x plus 5,
It will.
I can't do this order of operations because these are not like terms, and 3x plus 5 we can't figure it out, but we can do this distributive property because you can multiply anything.
Right.
So 4 times 3x is
12x.
and then this 4 times
20.
the 5 is 20.
You can try to actually take it.
Here we go. I'm kind of crooked, aren't I? That's okay. So, we can do this with multiple things now. We're going to make it really big. We're going to do a distributive property with more than 2 things. 2x squared minus 5x plus 2y. Uh-oh. Let's do this. Let's move this over a little bit. Okay. And minus 7. Okay. So when I'm distributing this, we're going to take the 3 times this, which makes
6x squared.
Okay, so now I'm going to take my 3 times the 5x. Which
And a
makes
15x.
Good, 15x. And then I just bring down my plus. And I get the 3 times the 2y. So 6y.
And then
Minus.
21.
Very good, 21. Now, when I say that I just bring down those, I want to do one like they have here, where they have a negative in front. Because then it's not as easy as just bringing everything down. It's actually got to make sure we're multiplying the right things. And then they're going to also add on something on the back, which is not part of the distributive property also. Okay? So yes, we're going to distribute. We're going to negative 5 times a positive 2x.
Is negative 10.
Yes. And I can't just bring this down because of the negative. So now I have to go negative 5 times positive 1.
Negative 4. No, I'm sorry, negative 5.
Very good.
Because we're not
multiplying. I mean,
I
we
saw
are
the
multiplying.
add sign.
Right.
And I was like,
Then we're just going to bring these down. And now we're going to look for like terms. So what are some like terms? This one and this one.
so you
that
can multiply them, right?
we're going to just combine them, like
Oh,
add
okay,
them.
so 13 X squared.
Actually, be careful. Negative. This
Negative.
says I have negative 10 x's. I have negative 3 x's. How many total x's do I have?
13 x's. They're not
Yes.
squared. Don't
Right.
listen to me. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Okay.
You
I have-
couldn't square it anywhere because it's negative. Right.
Well, yeah, and if we were multiplying, it would be a squared, even if they were negative.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So now I have
And
my
then-
5, my negative 5, and my positive 2.
So then it would be negative 3. Right?
Very good. Very good. You've had troubles with negatives, so now you're getting it.
Yeah.
Good. All right. And so we can't do anything to those because they're not like terms. So we're
Right.
done. Okay. You did this last year when I remember seeing we took 3 times I'm going to do it besides the big one. I'm going to do like 84. Okay. 84 is the same as 80 plus 4. So this is the same as 80 plus 4.
I
You did
remember
this last
that.
year. And so instead of you writing it out, but this is the same as 3 times 80 plus 3 times 4. And sometimes mental math is easier to do than to actually figure out what it is. This is 240, because you can do that one quick. And that's 12. And so then 240 plus 12 is
252.
very good. And that's easier when you're doing mental math to actually break it down into its pieces and you're using the distributive property when you do that.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we're done with the distributive property. We did it with some big ones and some small ones and some negatives. So we're done.